Hey, y'all. Welcome back to your girl channel. I will be dropping multiple vlogs. I don't know if I'm going to drop them back to back or if I'm going to schedule them. So stay on the lookout for that because your girl been grinding and hustling. And in between, I've been trying to edit these videos and push them out for y'all. And baby, when I say it has been a challenge, it has been a challenge. But we getting back on track, and that's all that matters. I took a break from social media for a while, but baby, your girl back, and I'm better than ever. I had to take that time for me, and for you all, I feel like if you need that time, take it, baby. But I also want you to understand that as long as you're trying to direct your own show or your storyline, you're going to constantly fall because it's not what you say, but it's what God says. God, He already had a plan for your life when He created you in your mother's womb. And a lot of times we try to take the pen and rewrite it ourselves. And that's how we run into so many problems and issues and inconsistencies because we want to direct our own story, but at the same time, we are just human. But the man above, He's going to be able to guide us through any and everything. And even in the midst of our storms, we feel like, oh, God is punishing me. The whole time, He's doing it to build you. And baby, I can say it because I've lived it. Time and time again, I wonder why I was always in messed up situations, or I ended up with people that I always feel like I had to fix, or like I felt that they were my assignment. The whole time, God was showing me that I needed to fix the broken parts of me. And just 3 years ago, He gave me an ultimatum. And how He gave me that ultimatum was, I let my anger get the best of me. I let my home life get the best of me. I knew it was only one way out of a situation that I was in. And at that point, all hope was lost, it felt like. Even the people around me, I got up every day and I put a smile on my face. And no matter how much my inside was screaming that I just wanted to cry and ball up and go back into my shell, I had to keep pushing forward because I have 5 human beings looking up to me. And I've never got that chance to be weak or vulnerable. But guess what? That's okay. Because God brought me out on the other side. And He isolated me and He showed me how to love me. But don't get it twisted. Do you think that if you think that was the end of the storyline where I would not face any more challenges? Because baby, just when I thought that I was healed, something else came in and broke me. And when I say broke me down to my core. And I didn't know how to breathe out. There was days I would just go back and sit by the lake and just cry. Because I just couldn't believe it. Because I had worked so hard to get this far and get to this point. And I asked God, why me? Why me? But now I'm learning why it's me. I have 3 daughters and 2 sons. And it's up to me to be a role model and show them the things not to do as well as the things to do. And how do I do that? By setting a great example and being able to talk and guide them through anything that life throws at them. And also to be able to guide them to know that you go to the man above. You do not go and talk to family and friends about certain things. Actually, about anything. Because nowadays, families are not family anymore. It's not back in the days. Family is against family. Friends, they just, they're foe. And I had to learn that the hard way. When I talked to somebody and I was trying to vent to them, and whole time, the situation, they already knew. And it wasn't because I told them. It was because someone that I trusted and loved her. And this wasn't something that you just go and tell anybody. But baby, when I found that out, it just made me push a little harder and strive a little more. I used to think when I first moved to Houston that when people would call, they were checking up. They just genuinely wanted to see how I was doing. The whole time they was just trying to see if I failed yet. But this time, it's different because the old breed was so afraid to close doors that I knew were no longer serving me. But this time, I'm closing every door that no longer serves me because I have to set examples for my children. They need to know that you don't allow people to just walk all over you. You do not just put up with anything. The first time that they play with you, make it their last time they are able to play with you. And I also want them to know that life may not always be easy, but pouring from an empty cup is not the answer. Or giving up is not the answer. So I get up every day and I try to push forward and strive through because I have, again, 5 kids that are looking up to me to have all the answers. And I may not do everything right, and I still got a lot of growing to do. But as long as I'm fixing me day by day, it no longer matters what anyone else thinks of me. As long as me and God, we have an understanding and He approves of my life, that's all that matters. Not what mama say, not what daddy say, not what granny say. Because it doesn't matter anymore. So I said all this to say, never focus on what the outside world tells you are or who you are. Focus on who God's calling you to be. But you gotta let go. However, you gotta let go of who you used to be. Because you have to remember all the times that you begged for this and you prayed for this and you told God that you just wanted something better. So allow Him to give you better. But don't think that He's going to be the only one that has to do the work. You also have to work. You also have to grind. It is not always easy walking by faith and not by sight. But I promise you, He's there every step of the way. So keep going. Get up today and know that you're worth it. Know that you're worthy of love. Know that you're worthy of having a soft girl life. Or just being able to get up in the morning and say, I'm going to book that trip today. Or, I'm going to go do whatever I want to do today. Make sure that it's not all materialistic either. When you calling upon God and you're asking for different things, stop always making materialistic. Because the same things that you put before Him is the same things He will snatch away from you. And He will strip you down to nothing for you to be able to come and give you and His relationship an opportunity to flourish. So remember that He is a jealous God, but He also is a loving God. So stay focused, stay prayed up. No matter what it looks like, God can bring you out. Bye, y'all.